is damaging to his business.
Once you say health department and a small business or a restaurant, people are like, well, wait a minute, they must have issues or problems. We ain't going there.
Overton says there's a lot that goes into being a small business owner, and the small postcards sent by the health department can go unnoticed.
You get a lot of mail. I got so much mail actually coming not only to my business, but actually to my home. It actually looks like, literally like I could take an actual cart and actually go ahead and go pick up my mail every day or a basket.
I reached out to the Douglas County Health Department. A spokesman gave us a statement saying businesses received their permit fee invoices in November and have received reminders. This is an annual expense for all local food and drink establishments. We apologize for any miscommunication that may have occurred in this case. Once we realized the error, we corrected it. They also added, we may discuss the naming policy in the future. No decision has been made.
On Thursday morning, Overton paid his fine. Going forward, he hopes the health department can call establishments or even send an email if they notice permits have not been paid. At Ames and 40th, I'm Melissa Wright, your North Omaha neighborhood reporter.
If you live in Midtown, you'll soon have a place to recycle glass without leaving your neighborhood. Omaha Public Works announced that come March 1st, a recycling center will open at 73rd and Farnham. It'll be a full-service location with a container for glass, bottles, jars, and the like, and a separate container for your other recyclables like paper, plastic, cans, and more. Make sure that anything you recycle gets a rinse to remove liquid or food, and don't dispose your items in a plastic bag because those cause issues at Douglas County facilities.
I'm John Brown, your Gretna neighborhood reporter near 213th and Capehart, where the city just acquired this 35-acre lot behind me that will be transformed into a community center. The new community center will feature a new library, study rooms, a technology center, and will be home to the city offices. Donations from the community paid for the land purchase. The community center will be located near Gretna Crossing Park, which opened back in September. Mayor Mike Evans says having this building close to the park will allow neighbors to participate in more activities. City leaders told me they hope to have this building ready to open to the public by 2027. Near 213th and Capehart, I'm John Brown, your Gretna neighborhood reporter.
Frozen in their tracks, fertility clinics that help couples become parents through the use of frozen embryos are worried about how Alabama's ruling on the matter could affect families nationwide.
I'm John Brown at Gretna High School, and I'll tell you about how students are making a difference in the classroom.
Welcome back. What a nice day we had again today. Temperatures were back into the low to mid 60s in Omaha this afternoon. Meanwhile, it looks like that wind is still working in out from the north and west and will continue to draw in some cooler air tonight through tomorrow. So do expect a cooler day on Friday. Not a big cool down, but it will be a little chillier tomorrow. Right now, 54 is that temperature over at Epley with a northwest wind at about 15 miles per hour. Regionally, temperatures were right back into the 60s, around 60 to 65 in most locations. Few areas to our north and northwest and parts of central and northwestern Nebraska only reached the mid-50s, and that air is heading our direction for tomorrow. Meanwhile, your Thursday evening looks very comfortable. It is right now 53 in Fremont. It's 52 in Denison. 57 is that current temperature in Red Oak. We're at 56 in Nebraska City. With that wind outside, it's definitely going to be chilly enough for a jacket here for the next few hours. Those winds out from the north and west still at around 10 to 15 miles per hour. So it's jacket weather here for this evening, but with nice clear skies, temperatures will be in the mid 40s for the next few hours. We'll eventually get down to about 30 to 31 tonight. Here's our next cold front. It gets to us really by tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon. It'll bring in a few extra clouds for us too. Right now it looks like heading into tomorrow morning, temperatures right around freezing in the morning hours with lots of sunshine into the afternoon. Your Friday looks partly to mostly sunny with the temperature around 50 to 55 degrees, and your Friday evening looks very quiet if you have some weekday end plans. Now tomorrow will be a little bit windy. That wind will be out from the north and west, a little stronger than what it was today, and it's going to be again just bringing in the cooler air out from the north. So winds will be anywhere from about 15 to 25 miles per hour tomorrow afternoon. Those winds will start to settle down a bit though once we get into your Friday evening and your Friday night. So winds over the next few days out from the north and west on Friday, but shifting out of the south on Saturday, becoming gusty again. And it looks like that will help influence some warmer weather back into the region by then, too. Okay, then focusing into next week. A lot of uncertainty on what's going to happen for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. A couple of things we can count on. I think right now is just the big temperature change. We're going to be in the 70s on Monday of next week, followed by temperatures plummeting on Tuesday. There's a ton of uncertainty on what we could see, though, with precipitation. There's been some hype, if you want to call that, on social media regarding some snow chances right now. I think all the snow is going to stay pretty far out to our west. This system is really actually going to be focused for the state of Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and kind of into the deep south. So no hype here in this forecast. We have small snow and rain chances on Tuesday, but it looks like right now any impacts would be pretty low out of this upcoming system on Tuesday, with chances for any measurable precipitation regarding snowfall less than an inch being like 10% or less out of this system. I think right now the biggest thing you can count on is an extreme cool down for next week, because we go from 72 on Monday, still into the 60s on Tuesday, down to a high of only 36 on Wednesday. So this is going to be a sharp cool down for us next week. But right now it looks like any snow chances are very minimal at best until some of the trends kind of line up and look a little bit more conducive for that type of activity. Right now, I just don't really see that being the case. So 31 for your temperature tonight with mostly clear skies, and it'll be a chillier night there for you. Once we get into your Friday, breezy, sunny, and mild tomorrow with a high of 55. Great weekend weather. Lots of sunshine this weekend in the 60s.
It's a class that's more than just watering, growing, or gardening. It's about teaching job responsibilities and life skills to special education students. I'm your Gretna neighborhood reporter, John Brown, at Gretna High School, where I talk to students about how this class prepares them for the future. Every day, Zachary Orton's students like Luca Dickerson are hard at work helping maintain their hydro garden, which is sustained by water and does not use soil.
We've basically observed everything that's been going on with the plants. We've been checking how much nutrition and like water levels and stuff like that. We've basically been taking care of them from the day one.
Every student is assigned a task to keep the garden up and running. For Luca, it's an opportunity to get valuable experience.
It teaches me to care more about nature and to take the chances that I get.
When I visited, students were removing seeds from jalapenos to plant. So far this semester, students have planted foods like lettuce and basil.
So basically, I look at it as like you have a job to do. You're gonna be successful and have your plants grow, so job completed. Or if you're not gonna follow the task for the job, the plants will die off.
Orton hopes to expand his program next school year with the help of other students.
I would like maybe some more peers to be involved with it to, get them introduced to working with kids, gen ed kids. So, it'd be great if we can get everyone inclusive.
And everything that happens here prepares students for life after high school.
It's about the experience that you gain in the class that helps you out in the real world.
At the end of the year, all food that is harvested will be used in the salad bar to recognize their hard work. At Gretna High School, I'm John Brown, your Gretna neighborhood reporter.
CU's Stephen Ashworth playing for more than just his teammates in Tuesday's big win against UConn. That story and more next in sports. Before the swimmers go for gold Saturday at the state meet in Lincoln, dozens of divers had some business to take care of today down at the Devaney Center. For Sally McClellan, the third time was a charm. After finishing second the past 2 years, the Omaha Mercy senior stood atop the medal stand Thursday as a first-time state diving champion.
I think the last couple years I just did not have fun with it, and I was kind of stressed out. So this year was just very different because I just tried to have the best time because it was my last time, and I think that's what really set me on top this year.
Despite diving since she was 8, McClellan wasn't sure if she'd still be able to do the sport at Mercy.
Going into high school, I didn't even think I was going to be able to dive just because Mercy didn't have a pool or anything. But then being able to represent the co-op team who allowed me to do this is just a really big deal to me. So
now, after soaking in the moment as a state champ, Sally will dive headfirst into a completely different field next year.
I'm actually going to Capitol Hair School next year.
Since you're going into that, are you particular about how you have your hair or anything in the pool or anything like that?
No, not really. If it's out of my face, that's really all that matters. So that's why we usually just braid it back and put it into a bun.
Did you really soak in the moment like, wow, this is my last dive of my high school career?
Yeah, I kind of got sad for a little bit just because it kind of hit me that like that was the last time I'll ever be on a diving board. So that was kind of a big moment for me, but I'm excited to see what the future holds.
The NU men winning a Big Ten road game for the first time this season Wednesday night. The Huskers holding off Indiana 85-70. Nebraska now up to 45 in the net rankings.
This is the time of year you want to play your best, and we're coming off 3 really good performances right now, 2 good home games, and found a way to get a huge road win. It's big for confidence to know we can do it, and now we have to find a way to get back. We're playing a hell of a team on Sunday.
The Huskers host Minnesota Sunday at 5:30 on BTN. Stephen Ashworth coming off one of his best games as a Blue Jay. The senior scoring 20 points in CU's win over top-ranked UConn. Ashworth playing for his 2.5-year-old nephew who was born with a brain aneurysm and had to undergo emergency surgery.
I wrote his name, Clayton, on my wrist, and our family was obviously having him in our hearts and minds a lot. And so to be able to have a game like this against a high-caliber team like that, just grateful to God for those experiences, those opportunities. And big shout out to my boy Clay, and I know he's going to keep fighting, and he's doing good.
See you at St. John's Sunday, 11 a.m. right here on KMTV.
As we near the 2-year mark since Russia's invasion of Ukraine, we continue a series highlighting the women warriors who are on the front lines of the conflict. The latest, straight ahead.
In our coverage of the war over these last 2 years, we've reported on remarkable women on the front lines fighting for their country. Here's an update on some of their stories. We met Major Uliana Sozanska last spring near the front lines. Until just a few weeks prior, she had served far from the battlefield as the conductor of an Air Force band. That was until a Russian attack killed her only brother. How are you doing?
I don't know, actually.
To avenge his death, she joined the same unit where he fought. Sozanska told us her brother's motto, "A warrior lives as long as people remember him." And now her brother's photo is displayed on a huge banner in the heart of Ukraine's capital. Suzanska shared with us this photo of her new tattoo honoring her brother. In the new year, she's posting on social media photos of herself at the front, writing, "Never will we give up." For nearly 2 years, we followed Emerald and her fairy tale journey from jeweler to sniper. What's it like to be a sniper?
Very interesting job.
To wife and then mother. The dramatic developments in the life of the woman known as Ukraine's Joan of Arc continue to unfold. She's still in Kyiv raising her daughter, and she announced on social media she's getting a divorce. She's also using her fame in Ukraine to advocate on behalf of victims of domestic violence, founding an organization with over 700 volunteers.
There was an explosion.
Then there's Witch. To meet Witch last year, we journeyed near the front line under constant Russian shelling.
I will do anyways.
Witch, a lawyer turned mortar commander, offered insight into how many women who weren't allowed to serve in combat positions before 2016 are now thriving in a male-dominated military.
Very nice to see you.
We had a reunion when we reported on her mentee, Demon, the young mortar woman.
We're improving.
Ukraine's military has promoted her again, making her one of the highest-ranking women on the battlefield. Witch, still fighting. Jason Bellini, Scripps News, Kyiv, Ukraine.
The Justice Department is working to cut off the flow of illegal funds that are fueling Russia's war on Ukraine. Thursday, the DOJ announced a sweeping set of criminal and civil actions against sanctioned Russian oligarchs accused of supporting the Russian government. A task force of federal prosecutors, investigators, and analysts has brought about 70 criminal cases against individuals and 5 criminal cases against corporate entities. The task force has also moved to seize about $700 million worth of assets, which the Justice Department hopes ultimately transfer to Ukraine. So far, about $6 million has been transferred. The country's biggest cell carrier, AT&T, serves almost 50% of the entire population who has a cell phone in the U.S. What federal agencies know so far about the outage.
North Omaha is getting $198,000 in grants. North Omaha will receive 10% of the funds from the city of Omaha in the turn back tax being handed to areas with a concentration of poverty. You can get the full list of those organizations receiving the grants on our website. At 24th and Lake, I'm Melissa Wright, your North Omaha neighborhood reporter.
It's a long-awaited change applauded by state and federal leaders in Nebraska and Iowa. E15 fuel has been approved for year-round use beginning in spring of 2025. E15 contains 15% denatured ethanol and the other 85% is a gasoline blend. State leaders representing 8 Midwestern states have been pressing the EPA for years to remove special regulations that require waivers in order to use fuels with higher ethanol blends. The final rule allows for year-round sales of E15 starting on April 28, 2025.
Tens of thousands of AT&T customers woke up Thursday to see SOS-only modes on their phones. Now, Scripps News has confirmed the Department of Homeland Security and FBI are investigating.
It has taken me like 2 hours to make a decent phone call.
More than 90,000 people in major cities from Houston, Chicago, Atlanta, and Miami reported losing cell phone service Thursday morning. And now the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency says it's working with AT&T to figure out what happened. The website Down Detector showed primarily AT&T customers reporting no service, at one point hitting more than 74,000 outages. In a statement, AT&T acknowledged the issue without giving a reason for it, but encouraged customers to enable Wi-Fi calling until service is restored. A few thousand Verizon and T-Mobile customers reported outages earlier Thursday. But the mobile giants attributed that to their customers attempting to reach people on other carriers.
I have Verizon. They've been great for me.
So no problems with Verizon today?
Not at all.
Even though people should typically be able to call 911 while on SOS mode, emergency dispatchers nationwide have reported people struggling to make calls. Emergency officials say do not test call service by calling 911. The outage sparked some concern about a cyber attack, coming days after FBI Director Chris Wray warned Chinese cyber attackers were setting up a malware that could disrupt critical U.S. infrastructure at any moment. Axel Tercios, Scripps News, New York City.
A local organization that helps unhoused young people is getting a major financial hand. Almost $2.2 million is being awarded to Omaha's Youth Emergency Services, which will increase the organization's capacity to 56 units. The Nebraska Department of Economic Development provided the grant funding. In the bigger picture, an infusion of $40 million is going toward 25 projects in Lincoln and Omaha, centering around affordable housing. The DED estimates that'll preserve or create more than 1,200 places to live. It's a state ruling with national implications. The Alabama Supreme Court says frozen embryos are children. It stems from a pair of wrongful death cases involving embryos that were accidentally destroyed at a fertility clinic. Alex Miller shares more on how this could affect the future of infertility treatments in this country.
The ruling means frozen embryos are going to be treated the same way as any other child in the state of Alabama. And while the ramifications for this ruling are unclear, experts are concerned this could have drastic consequences for fertility treatments across the state. These little vials of frozen embryos are now entitled to the same legal protections as a child under Alabama law. The controversial ruling comes after a circuit court ruled 3 couples could not sue a medical provider after their embryos were accidentally destroyed because the embryos had been previously considered property by the courts. But the state's all-Republican Supreme Court reversed that ruling last week, invoking God and Scripture while declaring unborn children are children, regardless of whether they're in a vial or a womb.
Someone's religious beliefs are now driving these determinations is why everyone should be worried.
Fatima Goss-Graves, the president of the National Women's Law Center Action Fund, warns the ruling could block access to reproductive care across the state.
Families who were previously relying on access to IVF to have children may now see those options more limited.
As of now, it's unclear whether families or doctors can be criminalized for freezing, donating, or even choosing to discard their own embryos, potentially opening the door to lawsuits when embryos don't survive the thawing and transfer process.
It's going to leave more providers to not want to provide the care people actually want and need. It's going to leave providers to leave the state and the communities that need care altogether.
The consequences already unfolding, with the University of Alabama at Birmingham announcing Wednesday its health system paused IVF procedures out of fear of criminal prosecution and lawsuits.
We take it as a warning sign of what is to come throughout the country if we are not careful.
But anti-abortion activists like Lila Rose, the founder and president of Live Action, called the ruling an important step towards applying equal protection for all. Alex Miller, Scripps News.
Not much beats a nice walk on a trail on a nice day, but coming up, how the city of Bellevue plans to make some of its trails even nicer.
It looks like cooler weather is in store for Friday and for the first part of your weekend coming up in the Super 7-day forecast. We'll track out the cool start to the weekend and the mild stretch of weather, though, for Saturday and Sunday.
What better place to be than at any one of our area parks on a nice day like this? I'm Ron Johnson, your Bellevue neighborhood reporter at Twin Ridge 2 Park. It's a place people here absolutely love to come hang out and spend time, and I got to talk to them about how eager they are to see some improvements happening here along its trail in the coming months. Twin Ridge 2 Park sits just east of the Twin Ridge neighborhood north of Harlan Drive in Bellevue. It's where Jacqueline Olivas, who lives nearby, has many childhood memories.
We've always come here as a family. We come here walking the dogs when it's a nice day. So yeah, we love it.
While she says the park is well taken care of by neighbors, signs of age still show. She notices cracks on the trail, and so has the city of Bellevue. At their last city council meeting, Bellevue awarded Ernest Construction Group with the project of upgrading 2 city trails, the Twin Ridge 2 Trail along with another at College Heights Park across town. The Public Works Director says the current asphalt trails are aging and pose safety risks.
They've been in there for 20-some